So like we're watching Bitcoin now, but you see how right here we got under our 200, we got under the 12, we were under our trend line, we coming out of institutional money, we got a floating candle down here, right? And you see how it got this drop from 97 all the way down to 91, right? Same confirmation system. And the most powerful thing about if you spend your time looking for these floating candles, uh, and you get good at looking for them, it can make you a ton of money on whatever time frame. Especially if you buying shares or buying leaps or swings and things like that, because it can make you a ton of money day trading. But that same, if you look for that same confirmation on the daily time frame, right? Look at this. You got green money. You got your yellow 200, which means your long term trend is bullish. You got a blue 12. Then you got this floating candle here that's red. You came right back down and retested your trend line and your 12. But look how Tesla exploded up after that confirmation on a daily time frame. You go to any stock and you look for that same setup, you'll see that you get really good breakouts. You got buyers sitting under you at green. You got green money here, yellow 200, blue 12, floating candle on a daily time frame for Google. You see we getting these push-ups for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You go to the weekly time frame and look for the same confirmation, nothing different. You got your money down here. You have to wait till your 200 turn bullish, but you already got your 12, so you'll be entering in up here on this candle, waiting on your 200. But you see, these are weekly candles pushing up in the same direction. Same thing here, floating candle, and these are our weekly candles. And even if you go to the monthly time frame and see that same simple setup and pattern, if you get used to finding it, that's where so you can jump into trades and make a lot of money because look at you got a yellow 200, yellow 12. We got our floating candle here at 140, and Google pushed from 140 to 200 bucks. You know what I'm saying, after the same type of confirmation. And it really don't matter what ticker you go to. You can go to Nvidia. It timed that breakout. Yellow 200, blue 12. We got our trend line break here, and we got this 1 month candle close as a floating candle, and we pushed up for all these months, almost a whole year after that. And really, what I'm saying, it don't really matter. You don't have to be like the Mag 7 or anything like that. When you get your floating candle and you pushing up and you going up like a good amount of money. So this one right here pushed up from 392 to 512. That's Lulu. And you look at it on a weekly time frame, you can see the breakdowns for puts. When Lulu got bearish on a weekly time frame, we got under our 200 here. We had our floating candle here, but we got under our 200 officially here at 351, and it dropped down for weeks all the way down to 230 bucks with the same confirmation, right? And look what's about to happen on Lulu. We coming out of the demand zone with green money. We just got back over our 200, so it's yellow. Our 12 is blue, and we're approaching a trend line on a weekly time frame, and we're going to eventually try to open and close a candle over here for Lulu to try to reverse and shoot up and test 480. But you can see how the setup is already trying to play out. It's just bouncing off of this little fair value gap. We're about to get this blue gold cross, just like we did back here. You see, this is almost the same identical setup. About to cross before the trend line, eventually get above it, and have a parabolic move on Lulu. So that'll be a good one to keep on your watch list right here. It's almost about to confirm. So it's looking like it's about probably about a week. I mean, about 2 to 3 weeks out from making a confirmation. So we'll see on that one. You got any questions about that floating candle pattern?
No, sir.
Okay, okay, all right. And so the other thing that's incorporated into the chart that's going to help you to get in and out of trades and also exit when you're maybe overstaying your welcome. I built buy signals and sell signals into the chart. So like right here, this is on a weekly time frame, but let's go down to like maybe a 1 hour, right? to see what type of buy and sell signals it's printing here and the accuracy of them, right? So like even here when Lulu was in this strong push up, this is a 1 hour breakout. We got green money, a yellow 200, blue 12. We got our floating candle here. We got a break of structure that gave us extra confirmation. We got more money coming in, just giving us even more confirmation that money's rushing in. But we got our floating candle. We just marching up, holding a 12. And we got our first sell signal here that warned us. It pushed down a little bit, came down to 397, consolidated a little bit, bounced up, and we got another sell signal here, which is this red triangle. Got another sell signal here on a 1 hour time frame, and then we pushed down, lost that momentum. We pushed up again and got another sell signal after we rejected at 408. And so this built-in sell signal still helped us to go ahead and drop down from 408 into 386. But at the same time, when it's pushing up, if you're in calls and you start seeing these sell signals print, that's a warning that it's time for you to go ahead and lock in your profits, right? Works the same way on the 5 minute, 1 minute, no matter what time frame you're on. We go to Tesla and look at how it performed with Tesla. We had a push up after a floating candle. So we got, our money down here, yellow 200, got a floating candle. We pushed up, almost parabolic right here. Got three sales singles, sell, sell, sell. If you didn't take profit up here, then it dropped from 360 all the way back down to 310. We got another run. Got a yellow 200, green money, blue 12. Got a floating candle, breaker structure. We pushing up after all our confirmations. Pushed up. Everybody thought Tesla was about to go to 500. We got two sell signals at the supply zone, but this sell signal came on the candle. Two of them in a row. Dropped from 483 all the way down to 416. Bears thought it was gonna go all the way down to whatever 300. We got buy signals, two of them in a row printed, pushed up. Got a sell signal up here, so the sell signals and buy signals are printing accurate to help you get in and out of trades, or even enter into trades. And what I partner with the sell and buy signals is a moving average that I developed and I coded. It's called the Wolf Trend Moving Average. So this is like a higher level confirmation. And what you want to do with this, I'm gonna give you documentation on it. I'm gonna give you documentation on this moving average, but it's quicker than modernized or traditional moving averages. And we use this moving average and partner with these sell and buy signals to get entries in. So it's just going when you see it on your chart, it's going to be this very fast moving moving average right here. So this green line is the Wolf Trend moving average, and what it does is it'll come up and surpass your candles. Once candles start closing in the inside of it, that up move is done. Like it's gonna overlap them. It's gonna become resistance above them. It's gonna come. I built the moving average to where it knows exactly where supply zones are and where demand zones are. So it's always gonna come up to your supply zone where the sellers are, where the big money sellers are, and it's gonna come down all the way down to your demand zones and scoop the price up if it's time for it to reverse. So the difference with this moving average is that I built it with a built-in signal line, which is this red line. So these two lines are just one moving average, but it's the moving average and the signal line. So you see how if I zoom into it, you see how this green line arcs over the price, and then when it crosses its own red line, you see this red line right here that it crossed over.
So,
When it crosses that, that's the confirmation. So you just want a candle to open and close in the inside of this green line, and then you want to see the green line cross down on the red line, and that's your confirmation that the trend is finna reverse and push down aggressively. It's that simple. Just a crossover, a moving average crossover. Same thing here. We're in the supply zone. It knows where the supply zone is because I have it volume weighted, and it adapts to volatility based off the ATR and all these things. So it knows where the money is on the chart. It knows when the volatility is coming in. It's like an intelligent version of a moving average. And so it comes up, wraps around the price, It senses that price pushing down, and it comes and grabs the price and pushes it on down, give you that confirmation. When it's time to reverse up, even after these buy signals print, it's gonna come back, scoop under the price, cross its own signal line to confirm the pop up. And so you'll see that no matter, even if you go down, it adjusts itself to whatever speed you go down. You can go all the way down to a 15-second time frame. It doesn't really matter how fast the time frame is. It's gonna perform the exact same way, whether you're on a 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 second. Uh, it's like really, if you're a day trader and a scalper, like it's a huge, edge. You know what I'm saying, to have one that's fast, that moves that accurate and knows where the comes all the way down to support and resistance, and then scoops the price up at those levels. And even if you pushing up parabolic, it signals when that move is over. Once the candle start closing the inside of you, pulling back. Once the candle start closing in, it's gonna drag that price down. Uh,
Which
so
time frame is that?
this is the 5 minute right here.
I've been that's the one I've been using the most.
Yeah, so if you got this one here on your chart, you can go in and if you want to make it bolder or thicker so you can see it better. Um, this is it's going to really help you enter and exit in these. You see how we come down? It came down to the demand zone. So you want your demand zone. You want to use these demand zones. You see how we in this bearish drop right here on Tesla. Before the 12 saw the reversal, any of these it comes down. And once it crosses itself back over, you get a candle closing the inside. And once it crosses itself back over, it's signaling a reversal for you. So we have our floating candle way up here at 396, but it signaled the reversal down here at 391. So that's a $6 move before we even got to our floating candle even to come up and hit our target. It had already signaled that reversal, right?
Hey, Sean, this is Pablo. Happy New Year's, my man. I'm the
What's up,
one
bro?
that chilling, my man. Hey, I just want to have a testimony on that exact same level right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that put my homie on this chart. I told him about it because I purchased it the day after Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't gonna lie, man. You probably mad. I haven't been using it because I want to learn price action for myself,
I got you.
and I was back testing, and I was kind of frustrated because I really just started trading not too long ago. Maybe this is my
Mm-hmm.
third week, and
Okay.
I finally had my losing day on Wednesday, yesterday.